Hi everybody. I'm going to show you through a series of videos how you can access your Raspberry Pi through a connection on the internet so that you can control your Raspberry Pi from another computer, and that's a really easy thing to do. So in order to do that, we're going to need to do three things. One, download and run PuTTY. Two, we're going to need to determine the IP address of your Raspberry Pi. And three, we're going to log into it. We're going to run some magic. All right, let's see how this works. So you go to the internet and you look for PuTTY, and this first response does best. All you need to do is go down here to the putty.exe file and download that. If you're working with a Mac, you actually don't need to download PuTTY at all. Now, determining the IP address of your Raspberry Pi can be a little bit tricky. Easiest way to do it is to have it plugged into a monitor and type in the command ifconfig, and that'll give you an IP address. The second thing you can do is if something like your phone is on the same network as your Raspberry Pi and is plugged in and it's getting either a wireless signal or a wired signal, but you don't have a monitor, you can use an app called Fing, and when you use Fing, it'll give you all the IP addresses of everything that is on that network. And so you can just scroll through that network and you can see what the IP address for the Raspberry Pi is. Should be pretty easy to find. Once you know the IP address of your Raspberry Pi, all you need to do is type it in here. So for me, that's 10.22.54.71. And look at that. I get a nice little window that opens. I can log in with my login and my password. And now I can control the Raspberry Pi just like I normally would from any other computer, or from itself actually. So if I wanted to list the documents of the folder that I'm in, CD into one of these documents like the left-on one and list it, I can do that. I can execute commands or anything else. It's a very handy way to interact with your Raspberry Pi and sending commands.